Oh, hell yeah, bro.
What's going on, y'all? Carlito here, back with another video on your screen. Here, I'm a little clean shaved today, a little different. But I'm back with my boy here, man. Being a big bro, always doing this thing, Jerome Griffey. I appreciate you, bro. Coming off of
What's up, brother?
such an iconic few weeks in the organization of
Uh,
ROH and just in life, period, bro. How are you been doing? How's wrestling?
oh, well, how do they say business picked up? I guess is that how they say it? But yeah, it's been fun. Just working and training with new teammates and things of that nature and stuff like that. And just train, prepare, and execute different mindset in Shane Taylor promotion. So it's been fun so far, so good. And then you know, just stay, staying forward, pressing forward. I think that's a life of any wrestler. If you ask a wrestler, "Hi, how's everything been?" They're like, "Oh, busy, training, grinding, moving forward." I feel like
Yeah,
we all have the same answer, just because like it's really true. Like you just head down, get to working, and then you rest at the end. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's just been busy with my new teammates and getting everything together, and so it's fun, having fun.
appreciate that, bro. And You know, last time we talked about, Final Battle,
Mm,
the big iconic match that was about to take place on the
absolutely.
stage. And talk about
Yeah.
that, bro. Like you did tremendous, bro. Like you
Oh,
were
thank you. Thank you.
that kick to Keith Lee, bro. Like it was just it's crazy.
Well, listen, you got to kick Keith, bro. You got you know, as he's a super athlete, and so yeah, every round I was firing at him was live, bro, because he's a super athlete, and then you got a guy like Swerve who's like a mad scientist and a genius, and that's a weird matchup, and those two together, they they're almost an unstoppable team. But Shane and I, we went into it with a little bit of an edge because they weren't on the same page and we were, and so it was an interesting matchup. Um, like I said, man, like Ring of Honor pay per view, my debut, biggest stage, final battle. Uh, yeah, man, and it's just it never changes for me. I feel like I don't have that exciting answer because it's like, oh, just who is it? Okay, cool, line them up, let's run it. What I mean? That's always been. I mean, you've seen a lot of the matchups that I've had over my career. It's like it's all the same to me. I just line it up and run it. And I have to look at it that way because if I look at it any other way, or at least I went into it, trying to look at it that way. Because if you look at it any other way, you're gonna psych yourself out. And then into the matchup, live rounds firing, everybody's firing on all cylinders, crowd's hot, and like I said, you take your eye off the ball for a split second, man, and it was crazy. It was a lot. I'm still trying to like process it, just with everything that's just been going on in wrestling, and just everything that happened before the match, happened during the match, happened after the match. It's still like sitting with the four of us, Shane, Swerve, and Keith and myself. But yeah, the matchup itself was pretty big. It was hard hitting, man, and we were. I mean, you saw it was hard hitting. Everybody was going for broke that night. I felt like it was a lot of good performances that night. With Ocho and Claudio, Revival and the Briscoes, Yuta and Garcia. It was a lot of good matchups that night. And so I was, Athena, a close friend of mine, winning the ROH title. That was a big thing. So that night was big all the way around. It was a fun pay per view. It was a fun night, and it was a good start to the year, or a good end to the year, leading into the
Yeah,
start of 2023. So yeah,
yeah.
the matchup was crazy, man. Like I feel like every matchup that card was crazy, but that's a Ring of Honor pay per view, right?
Those were iconic matches, bro. And
Yeah.
and then just seeing the feeling electricity,
Mhm.
through the TV, watching y'all four just battle it out and
Yeah.
waiting to see what was gonna happen about that stare down with you and Keith. And I wanted to
Yeah.
see how all that planned out. And I was just like, man, it feels like I'm watching them back in the
Yeah.
80s again. And it was
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing, bro. It was a good feeling. And you had me on the edge of my seat, bro. And I was like, man, come on, Jerome. Let's
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's crazy because it's going in there, and I was like thinking in my head where we're lining it up. I'm like strategizing in my head. I'm like, is Keith going to try to overpower me, or is he going to try to, match me strike for strike? What's he going to try to do? And so I think in the beginning, I was kind of just testing the water, and I hit him with that rib kick like immediately, right? And you hear the crowd go, ooh, and you see him wince, and I was like, oh, okay. I was kind of like, is Keith going to try to engage me on my terms, or is he going to try to take me, to his end of the fight,
yeah.
And so he tried to engage me on my terms, and I was just like, big mistake, bro. And so, we got going. But like the thing about Keith though is like once he gets an opening, it's like, fuck, man, it's like, oh, I get to,
So
it's like it's just like, oh man. It's like having the noisy neighbor. You're like, oh gosh, this is about to get ugly early, And
yeah,
then, when you add Swerve, it's crazy. Uh and they weren't getting along, and then Swerve freaking left him, man,
that was
and it was
weird,
like,
bro.
yeah, it's one of those things where even between the three of us, like Shane, Keith, and I, like, people know our history, as brothers, and it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, we've argued, we've all fought, we've all argued and stuff, but we've never just like walked out on each other. So I didn't expect that. I expected, there to be some friction, maybe. Um, Swerve being Swerve. That's what I call it. Like anybody's like, how do you keep the peace? It's like, man, Swerve being Swerve. He just goes Swerve being Swerve. But yeah, when he like left, I was like, yo, what the? Yeah, I know Keith cracked him a few times, but that was just from Shane and I evading. You know what I mean? That wasn't. I was like, look, if Keith was trying to hit you, bro, you know, you know,
Yeah,
he's smoking you. If he was trying to hit you, he's smoking. But yeah, when he walked out, I think Shane and I were like, "Oh, it's blood in the water," because we had strategized for the two of them to have some kind of dissension between the two of them, just because Keith believes in winning a certain way, and Swerve believes in winning. Period. And so when we were game playing, we were like, "Oh, that's gonna come to a head sooner than later, bro." And when it
yeah,
does, we just need to be there and bang. But when that happened, I wasn't looking at it like in an adversarial way where I was like, "Oh, exactly what we planned for happened." I think it was like,
like a
"Are
shock.
we really gonna do this?" Yeah, it's like, "Are we really about to do this to the bro?"
Yeah,
And so, and it was like, "Yeah." And so Shane's like, "Yeah." And then, I threw the kick. Keith knows my kick timing. Like, it was like, it's because he's on my MMA team now. So it's one of those things like he's it's not even watching film on me. Like, we train together every day. And
I know.
so yeah, there's a part of me that's like, he saw me go up on my tiptoes, he saw my hip turn or something, and he just dropped, and I clean Shane's clock, and I was like, man, and in that split second, he hooked me, boom, 1, 2, 3, and it's like, oh, I just remember like calling us back into the ring, and we're all hugging, and I remember thinking to myself like, all right, this is competition. Like what Swerve did, like I don't know what that was, and then the next week on Dynamite, he takes him out with a cinder block, and he's still hurt, bro. You know what I mean? It's a month later, and he's just now, moving around the lifting and training and things of that nature, man. So holidays were weird to say the least, But yeah, that
Yeah,
matchup was crazy, bro. That matchup was crazy, and I enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites, for all the wrong reasons, I guess. And then just getting to be on that last pay per view. Uh, of the year with Ring of
mhm.
Honor, and heading into a pretty buzzworthy year just in wrestling in general. You know what I mean? So it was it was a good matchup. It was a great way to end the year, and a really good way to start the year at the same time. When you have a pay per view match that kills two birds with one stone with the best performers on the planet, uh, that's that'll send you into the new year with a smile on your face and some confidence and a boost, man. So
For
uh,
real, for real,
all
bro.
things considered, uh, on cloud nine, man.
Facts. And then you really did so many different things last year. So what can we all expect, this upcoming year with everything in pro wrestling
Ooh.
and also
Oh
in
yeah.
your mixed martial arts?
Oh yeah. I haven't really talked with my coaches about like any like MMA fights or anything like that. I'm gonna probably holler at Carlos and Ryan and Masachita and see what they talking about. Um, but like right now, I'm just like 100% focused on my wrestling. Luckily, like my MMA training just kind of sharpens the blade, for when I go into battle in the pro wrestling ring and stuff like that. And so I've had that advantage, I guess. But next year, man, Mexico, UK, Japan, you know, when I signed with Shane Taylor Promotions, like it was one of those things. It was like we about to get busy. It's like we're gonna get busy. We're gonna stay busy. And we got this motto like the work's not gonna do itself, and so just expect to see a lot of hard work. CMLL. Um, I'm trying to think of stuff that's confirmed,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, like we got a lot of stuff coming up. I don't want to say too much, you know what I mean, because you don't want to
I
like
got
spoil stuff. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting year. Very, very, very exciting year, and we're already getting started. And I'm excited going into Mania season, so it's
you.
going to be
Amen.
fun. Yeah,
Amen to
it's
that,
going to be
bro.
fun. Yeah.
And I know there was an incident that happened this past week. I kind of want to talk to you about it. I know you
Sure.
have you shared the rings with him. You've done so much stuff with him, like with the team, period. And
Yeah.
just crossing paths in the locker room, bro. What can you all tell us about like, Jay Briscoe and the Briscoe brothers? From
Um.
I've seen them and just
Yeah.
eating them real quick, but you
Yeah.
actually do the real guys, how
Yeah. Well,
are
well, I
they?
mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. What you see is what you get. So I probably don't have an insight that you don't have. He was a family man. He was a good man. He was a kind man. And he would lift you up, but he shot the real with you too. If you couldn't take somebody being real with you, you probably couldn't have a conversation with either of the Briscoes. You know what I mean? But uh, they're they're a legendary tag team. And Jay's passing doesn't change uh, that. I think uh, just my experiences with Jay, and I didn't have too many. I was pretty new, but I just always encouraging, bro. Like to everybody, like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like most people who are legends, they kind of don't talk to everybody and stuff. They kind of like they're like, oh, I'm a legend, But like, no, like they were like just chilling. And then Jay was just super, 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 super family man. A tough guy, a passionate guy, just driven. But he tried to pull everybody up with him. You know what I mean? He's just it's like you see what you see is what you get. He really he loved wrestling. And like I said, I didn't have too many conversations with him, but every time I talked to him, uh it was what's up, homie? What's up, Jay? And it's like, oh, what's up, bro? And it was like weird because it was like you don't want to, because I was watching them from like old school Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta be cool. You know what I mean? Because I gotta be cool, but at the same time, I'm like, man, hold up, bro. Like this, this is Jay and Mark Briscoe. This kind of crazy. But I'm like Shane sitting there, so I'm like, I gotta play cool, gotta play cool. But no, but it was one of those things where he was like a legend. He's a legendary. He's that guy that he had this presence that was like legendary. But it was like he was like, yo, bro. Whether you really knew him, like no fan, no like. It's hard to find people that got bad shit to say about, bro. And
Yeah,
so it's one of those things like, when he passed, like his town shut everything down, like all the businesses and everything got shut down. You would have swore the president died, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cornette said that you would have swore the president passed away.
yeah,
And so and he was very presidential to pro wrestling. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh,
He was.
whether you were a part of like the mainstream, wrestling audience, like people knew who the Briscoes were, bro. You know what I mean? And so it's one of those things. Like I think even like you were saying from your interactions with them and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, what you see is what you get, bro. Like Shane's talked to me about more of the interactions just since the passing and talking with Shane and stuff, and everybody's all pretty torn up. But I think that's a testament to the influence that he had on damn near everybody that he interacted with, no matter how big or how small. He encouraged people, bro. He encouraged, he loved, and he fought like a madman, right? And I mean, if that doesn't embody a pro wrestler, I don't know what does, man. So it's very, very tragic. And his family's got a long, long, long road ahead. And
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really, yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's just like I'm trying not to,
yeah,
get all worked up, but like it's a trip, man. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I hadn't known him long. You know what I mean? I like our friendship, like was just getting started. You know what I mean? And yeah,
damn, bro.
yeah,
It's
yeah, man. And it was one of those things where I was like, I didn't feel like the new guy. You know what I mean? He's like, I feel like the new guy. Like we were by the ring talking before, and I had bumped into Mark, and he's like, "Oh, my bad, bro, my bad." And I was like, "Oh, no, 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 I'm sorry, man. Like, let me get out y'all way. What I'm saying? Like, hey, let me get out y'all way. Y'all the legends." And then yeah, like Jay was like, "Oh no, take one to know one." And he like dapped me up, and I was like, "That's crazy, bro. That's cool as hell, man." But it's just a testament to like who he was. He was just encouraging everybody. And I got a story like that, but I promise you, anybody that's ever shared a locker room got that kind of story with him.
facts,
If
bro.
you shared a locker room with him for like 5 minutes, you got a story where he lifted you up or made you laugh or kind of broed you up. You know what I mean? Like yeah, rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very it's very changing, bro. Like what I put in my last video, I just said we all get older, we're all getting older every year.
Yeah.
Some of our iconic wrestlers that we grew up
Mhm.
watching and that got us into the sport of certain, companies.
Mhm.
Um, that was one of my top five, favorite tag teams and
I
um
mean, I think everybody would say that if you watch wrestling for
yeah.
20 minutes, like, and you've seen their work, man.
No, I was just telling my brother, I was like, bro, like they were tag team champions everywhere they went. They fought a lot of the top tag teams in the world. Um, but that one with FTR that was a crazy match, bro.
That, bro, and that's the thing. Like, there are some things that, like, I feel like Briscoes and FTR is like tag team wrestling at its best, bro. That's like tag team wrestling at its best, bro. Like, because it's just a bunch of people who are passionate about the sport, who are they. You would swear between the four of them, like I don't know who needs to be excellent the most out of the four of them, and so I felt like they all approached it that way, and the fans benefited from that matchup. And yeah, the Briscoes, like you said, the Briscoes, they in everybody's top five, bro. You know what I mean? And then you have those matches. I wish I would have seen more more stuff. This coming year, and the years to come, because like like yeah, he had a 20-year career, but like you saw him, it was like he was still in great shape, still still intense. Like what I mean. So it was like shit. We probably had 20 more. You know what I mean? We
Yep.
probably had 20 more.
You know,
But yeah, yeah, man. Like they good tag team, bro. If they not in your top five, you don't watch tag team wrestling correctly. You know what I mean? You feel me?
for real, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I know they got this I think they got this super card coming up in March, right? From
yeah.
ROH. Talk to
Supercard,
me about that, bro.
Supercard
Where
of
do you
Honor.
yeah. How do you see you and Shane, falling onto that card?
Look, man, Shannon and I have so many goals. Like, obviously, we want to be. Ring of Honor World Tag Champions, right? I mean, I know it's a goal for Shane to be world champion. It's a goal for me to be world champion. I also want to be the pure champion. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of goals that we want to do. As far as for Supercard, that's a couple months away. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens when we get the call, and we'll go from there. But I know we have a lot of goals. We have a lot of. I think right now our team goal is the ROH World Tag Team Championships, and we were really excited about the opportunity to pursue the tag division, and then uh, I'll speak for myself just in a pure wrestling division, and then I Shane. He,
Yeah.
I think the ROH World title is the only one he hasn't had besides the tag title. So it was really about checking off the rest of the boxes and just going out and showing what we've already proven time and time and time again. But as far as for Super Card of Honor, there haven't been like any announcements outside of the date and stuff like that. And so when that stuff's announced, I feel like we'll all know that we know what we want to happen. We want to crack at the tag team championships, obviously, right? But um, we don't know how rankings stack up and things of that nature or anything like that, and so um we'll see. Like, hopefully in the next few months, we can rack up enough wins and stuff like that to put us in the running for something like that. But I if I know Shane like I think I know Shane, he's probably got some kind of plan cooking. You know what I mean? And so
Hell yeah.
we're just, for me personally, I've had my eye on Wheeler Yuta for so long, like uh just watching that battle between him and Garcia for months. And I remember looking at both of them like, bro, I'll fold both of y'all. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, I'll fold both of y'all, and then why that was the match I watched most intently outside of the world title match and tag team championship match, because we were already game planning like, all right, what's next? Like world title. All right, well, we got to watch Jericho and Claudio, because one of them guys probably gonna be champion, bro, for a while. You know what I mean? Because they're both legendary performers, right? And then pure division, I was watching Garcia and Yuta, and Yuta got the victory, and I was like, all right, you're you know what I mean? You just
Next
shot
up.
up to the top of the list, buddy. Sorry, but a great performer. Wheeler's a great performer. The tag team division is going to be exciting, So we don't know who we're going to see, but it's Ring of Honor has, if Ring of Honor has been nothing else, it's been consistent with its wrestling performances. So whoever you see on screen, whatever you see on screen, it's going to be putting on the best performance possible. But I do know we got some targets. That's all I can say. I don't want to give the game up.
Yep.
We train, we prepare, we execute. So whenever we get the call for a matchup, we'll line them up and we'll run it. Come on, Lito. Nothing changes with me, bro. I line it up and I run it, bro.
There you
I
go.
line it up and I run it, bro. But
That's just that's the Jerome way right there, bro.
bro, and then just it's the beauty
That's
of
it.
Shane Taylor Promotions, surrounding myself with people who think exactly the same way.
Yep.
It's been magic. So yeah, man, like California, I know it's gonna be a busy week for like all parties involved. You know how
Yep.
Mania week gets. Like, it's just a lot of wrestling, a lot of craziness, and so it's like you want to be well trained up, you want to be prepared, but you still want to be rested. And so, but a wrestler schedule doesn't promote a lot of rest. So you go, we'll see what
Gotta
happens.
be gotta be ready
Yeah,
to
but we coming in guns a blazing though. We coming in the mania season guns a blazing, and we just trying to, when we show up. If somebody say they want to smoke, we show up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, eyes to the screen, and if you know what I mean, you feel me?
yep. Don't miss, bro. Don't blink. But
Bro, you feel me?
always dope, bro. It's always dope to talk to you. You know, we touched base on so many different things today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, I just appreciate your time. You know,
Absolutely, bro.
and I'm excited for this coming year, bro, and seeing it
Oh yeah.
months go for
Heck yeah. Like it's gonna be a good year of wrestling, like not just for me, but for my teammate, and my bro will be my big bro will be back soon. Keith will be back soon too. And so just eyes glued to the TV screen, bro, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good year for wrestling fans because especially right now after the tragedy that everybody in the wrestling industry experienced, it kind of makes us appreciate the privilege of being a professional wrestler. It
yeah,
makes you benefit the time it makes you appreciate the benefits of that time that we do get with our families.
yeah,
It kind of makes you reflect. It makes you reflect on yourself. And so I feel like if I was doing it, I feel like the people, like I'm damn near everybody in wrestling is doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that kind of reflection only makes you better as a human being, as a performer. So I think just in light of the tragedy and reflecting, and I'll speak for myself, it really makes me appreciate the things that I have, the privileges that I have on a daily basis as a wrestler, as an MMA fighter, as a son, as a brother, as a friend. All of these, all of these relationships mean something, and they not forever. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, I think as a wrestling fan, you're gonna see the best versions of all the wrestlers you like, because I think all of us saw that, bro, you can be doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be doing it, and something bad happened. So I feel like you're gonna get the best version of all wrestlers just from the reflection of this tragedy. You're gonna
yeah,
get the best version of us because we understand that this can be taken from us at any moment, like all of it, wrestling, life, like all of it.
yeah,
And you know what I mean, like because like Jay Briscoe, a legend, bulletproof. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean for somebody like me? You know what I mean? Somebody, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird, but it's going to be a great year for everybody involved, all the wrestlers involved, because we're going to put the best foot forward.
yeah.
After reflecting on that
Legacy,
stuff.
bro. Keeping
Yeah,
that legacy alive and keeping what
facts.
you know, keep ROH growing, keep the wrestling industry growing. And I know you're gonna do good things, bro, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Absolutely,
And let everyone
absolutely.
know, bro, where they can follow you at and follow the
Oh, bro, all my handles are the same on Twitter, Instagram at that JD Griffey. He might put it down here in the thing. I don't know
show.
where he had the Instagrams and the Twitter at the bottom. I don't know. So yeah, just yeah, hit your boy with a follow, and then stay tuned. It's 2023 is gonna be interesting, interesting. So
Real, to say the
I'm
least,
excited.
bro.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Everybody should be excited. Wrestling, that's the beauty about wrestling. Like it just keeps getting better.
Yes,
So
sir. It's like you
we're gonna
can't
put the
blink,
work
bro,
in.
'cause it's gonna
Bro. You can't, bro. You can't, bro.
gonna miss it. Gonna miss
You
out.
you can't, bro. So I think that's the goal. You said you nailed it. You hit the nail on the head. So yeah, just follow me on Instagram at that JD Griffey, and I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. And thanks again for
Hell
coming
yeah,
on my channel. Y'all go show him a follow. Y'all go follow his career. And this upcoming years is gonna be electric. And shouts out, man, to everyone in the industry,
bro. Yeah,
out there. And you know, just keep your eye on the prize. And
yeah,
if y'all don't do it for yourself, man, do it for the legacy, man, of
yeah,
Briscoe. And me just being a fan is just, I feel like I have that time to say it now. And I appreciate everybody, bro. Thank you for giving
Thank
your
you,
time, bro. And
thank you,
everything you do in the
thank
ring,
you, man.
bro, you and Shane. And
Yeah,
y'all go follow them. Their links in the description down below. It's been
hell yeah.
Carlito, Jerome, one
I
love.
appreciate you, bro. Always, brother.
We
See
out.
you soon. Yeah, awesome.